Straight onto our second bout, and Sachin will await the winner of this contest between France's Samuel Kistohurry and Kim Hyungseung of the Republic of Korea. Here is Kistohurry, who is another man who boxed at Tokyo 2020. Lost his opener there on a split decision to the United States' eventual silver medalist, Duke Ragan, 2021 world bronze medalist. Missed Busto Arsizio, the first World Olympic qualifier, through injury. He's back here. He also won bronze at the recent European Championships in Belgrade. Here is Kim Hyungseung. Gets his chance here after his countryman Shin Jae-yong failed in Italy. Good start for Kim, actually. A really good 4-1 win over Commonwealth Games bronze medalist Owen Harris-Allen. And then he had a unanimous decision over Usama Mojan of Algeria. So based on what we've seen so far, Kistohurry's had 2 unanimous points verdicts so far. Based on what we've seen so far, this could be an interesting contest.
No question about it. And of course, Samuel Kistohurry also has that added opportunity for a home Olympic Games as well. So that'll be in his heart and in his mind. But also, as you say, Kim Hyung-seung, a very strong and deep Korean team. So to get that, let's say, second chance to come in and take the spot that was relinquished by his teammate. So he's had to overcome internal competition just to get to here. I mentioned that win over Great Britain in the first round as well. Unexpected to some degree. So it's a really one to look forward to as Kistohurry comes forward, the taller of the two in red.
Kistohurry took a left right at the start. And, well, there's not too much feeling out going on here. These two are trading for all they're worth from the get-go.
Yep, Kistohurry's in a hurry and Kim Hyung-seung trying to respond as well. A couple of bits of good body work there from the big Frenchman. Likes that big left hook down to the pit of the stomach, but that nice little tight uppercut there from Kim Hyung-seung. Real technical boxing so far.
Impressed by Kim there. That was good speed with the right. I was impressed with the way that Kistohurry was covering up and Kim targeted the body. And already, a more experienced man, the Tokyo 2020 Olympian, he already knows he's in a contest here.
No question. And that's testament to the warm-up done in the back of the stadium here. Good crowd here gathered in Bangkok. And the fighters have come out ready. And that right uppercut, he can't miss at the moment, can Kim?
Plenty of action in the first minute of this latest round of 16 clash. Jeffrey Verhoeven from Canada, our man in the middle. Kistohurry trying to back Kim up, but not having too much success in doing so.
It's a difficult one for Samuel Kistohurry because the jab, he hasn't managed to get it going yet, so he's fallen over that front foot. And Kim Hyung-seung, obviously used to being the shorter fighter, loves getting into that distance there. However, there's power in the French corner.
There was a big right there from Kistohurry. And just a little slip. I've just bought a few seconds there.
But you know what as well, when you go to the mat a couple of times, you go to the canvas a couple of times, it's a long way back up. When you're down there, you think, oh, right, I've got to drag myself up again. And who's waiting for me? It's big Samuel in the corner.
Him just carrying his head a little bit high there, and he takes a left. Has to take a couple of steps back, and Kistohurry now starting to relish this task.
Gives him a little nod as if to say, OK, let's go. And the power differential evident in the red corner. We've seen some good tidy work from Kim Hyung-seung. But Samuel Kistohurry certainly now finding the jab, finding the range, Rory.
Yep, he's getting through. 20 seconds to go in round one. And there is a count. First knockdown of the day. Just was caught a bit off balance, but there was a shot landed.
For sure, there was a shot thrown, and if you're anything but your feet touches the canvas, it gets counted as a knockdown, and that will definitely put the round in favour there of Samuel Kistohurry. Started off steadily and slowly, the Korean Kim Hyungseung, some nice effective work, but coming on strong there in the end, the Frenchman Kistohurry.
Yeah, and as mentioned at the top of the broadcast, knockdowns and standing eights don't necessarily translate to 10-8 rounds, and it's 10-9 across the board for Kistohurry there, which I think is fair enough, really, based on what we saw.
Totally agree. That was more of a balance shot, a kind of flash knockdown. Kim Hyung-sun was swinging for the fences, but it was that little combination there that shook him to his boots. And then as he went for this big arcing swinging hook at the end, well, that would take any doubt out of the judge's mind, but no doubt in this man's mind here. Samuel Kistohurry on form.
Yeah, it took a little while to adjust to the task, but certainly the second half of round one, he took the upper hand. And keep that going in round two. Again, right at the start of the round, Kim lands the left.
Yep, it's the carbon copy of the first round. It's a point that you were making there about making those adjustments. Sometimes as a taller fighter, people, oh, it's an advantage. It's not. It's only a difference. You have to make it an advantage. You have to use your feet to bridge that gap. And Kim was obviously very used to dealing with it. However, the big left hands to the body from the Frenchman, like so, started things off. And there he goes again.
Big combination from Kistohurry. Good response from Kim, though. You mentioned that right uppercut. Getting through again from the Korean. He's not out of this, but he's on the back foot now. Being told to keep his head up, although I thought there were a couple of forearms in there from the Frenchman.
Yep, no question. By any means necessary. If the referee doesn't call it a foul, then you just get on with it.
And it gone in round two. It's a good combination from Kim. Back comes Kistohurry, backing the Korean up.
His little club and short right hands followed by that left hook. He's finding a home now for all his shots. It's not easy to, it's not difficult to find Kim. He's always up in your chest. He's there because he needs to be at that distance, and in doing so, well, he's leaving spaces and filling it as Kistohurry.
Kim's guard isn't the best. Kistohurry landing plenty of scoring shots now. Kim is responding, but not quite enough.
You're right in what you're saying about leaving with the gaps with the guard, but there's no gaps in his conditioning, because some of these shots would stop other, including that body shot there to the pit of the stomach. You need to be in shape to just be able to hang in there, as it's all going well for Samuel at the minute.
See him breathing hard. There's a bit of a grimace there. His body shots perhaps starting to tell.
Yeah, and the more you're up on your toes and dancing and locking up arms, you're trying to kill the clock. You're fighting two things now, the clock plus the Frenchman. And at the moment, he's been clocked in the face a few times.
He looks weary now, Kim. Kistohurry looks pretty fresh by comparison. That's a big right, and could be a standing eight. It is.
And acknowledged by the crowd as well. Nice capacity crowd, loving their boxing. But not loving that shot was Kim. That was clean right in the chin.
20 seconds to go in round two. And looking very good for the Frenchman. Hoping to return to the Olympic Games, a home Olympic Games, as you said, John. Extra incentive.
Not just the home Olympic Games, the culmination of which will be at Roland Garros, so that should be a real motivation and an iconic arena and a big opportunity, and he certainly played his aces early here.
He's well on top, and see what the judges make of it, but little doubt that he's got a pretty much unassailable lead going into round three. 4 judges giving it 10-9, the Israeli judge giving it 10-8. Couldn't really argue with that, to be honest. He was well on top in that second round.
Yeah, I would concur with that. The judges doing a fine job so far, but the fine work from the footwork of the Frenchman, Samuel Kistohurry. He's adjusted his distance, he's found his range, and those are clean shots on the button. And Kim's chin has been tested a few times.
And his body. I mean, he's been taking a fair bit of punishment. He's been knocked down once. Had a standing 8, and he's in a situation now where he needs something spectacular, as we saw in our first bout. 2 points down on most of the scorecards, 3 on the other. So needs to go for the stoppage, but with that comes the risk of being caught again.
No question. No risk, no reward, and as we said, it's last chance saloon now for Kim to come forward, tries to get the head movement, get a bit lower, little leaping in, kind of kangaroo punch there with the backhand. Couldn't quite get any power on it. Kistohurry sees it and doing well to catch a lot in the gloves here. Maybe match management mode now from the Frenchman.
Yeah, he doesn't need to get involved really. He's got such a big lead. He can afford to get on his bike for the next 2 minutes and 20. I'm sure he won't do that, but you can see a bit more footwork and a bit more evasive boxing, shall we say.
Oh, you're right. He's up on his bike and he's up on his toes as well, working behind that long lever of the jab and just flicking it out now, just giving Kim something to think about and keeping him busy as he eats a minute there on that opening, or that final round I should say.
Yeah, we're seeing a different side of Kistohurry now. Just jab and move, and it's proving very effective.
Kim Hyungseung needs something. He wants to get into that close range, and those straight shots are the longest shots that he can throw. Obviously the bent arm shots put you in greater danger, but he's going to have to get into that danger distance now as we go towards, well, 1 minute and 30 left.
It's more like it from Kim. He managed to get inside the jab, throw a left, but one shot isn't enough. And this is really stylish boxing from Kistohurry, and he's in control and he's boxing beautifully.
He's got that elegance, he's got that grace, and he's got this one in the bag. There's a little look there just to his coaching corner, just to say, yep, I'm on it. Working behind the big jab. Kim Hyungseung, his Olympic adventure seems to be disappearing here in Bangkok.
I mean, if you want to see an example of running down the clock when you're on top in a bout, this is a great example, really. This has been textbook from Kistohurry.
That's exactly the right word, textbook. It's masterful because he's looking busy without being busy, popping out the shots, but he's at 50% power and he's making sure he doesn't get hit, and also keeping himself a little bit fresh for the next round because he's going through the repertoire now.
Yep.
Avec
fancy
class.
Footwork. Bit of fancy footwork, and he looks like Sachin, who we saw in our first bout, is going to have our work cut out with Samuel Kistohurry.
That's going to be nice to watch.
Yeah. Southpaw up against the Frenchman. Different puzzle for him to solve. He solved Kim pretty quickly here. It was an exciting start, both landing punches early, but from about a minute in, it's pretty clear there was going to be only one winner, and that was Samuel Kistohurry. We get confirmation from the judges, of course, but it was an excellent performance.
Yeah, one to enjoy wherever you are in the world. I'm sure you're enjoying it because, well, Kim Hyungseung contributed mightily to it. Gave it everything, as you can see. Nothing left in the tank. Samuel Kistohurry gave us a little bit of everything. Different looks. Started off strongly, found his distance, pulled on the power, and then just stepped off the gas at the end there to work with that, as you said, a bit of finesse from the Frenchman.
Ring B. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner by unanimous decision in the red corner, representing France.
So Kistohurry through by unanimous decision. No doubt about the outcome there, and he will go through to the quarterfinals, 2 wins away from a place at his home Olympics. For Kim, well, maybe another 4 years. Los Angeles 2028 be in his thoughts, perhaps. Obviously desperate disappointment, but he came up against a man who was just that bit too good.
Yeah, there's no question about it. He obviously took his chance to usurp his teammate and get in there. Won a couple of big bouts, did Kim, and, you know, was busy, had some good effective aggression with that uppercut, but then just was worn down by the quality, the range, and also just that little bit of accuracy as well. And when you can see the quality plus the experience and the personality, then you've got someone to
bout
look out
number
for.
349, weight category 57 kilograms.
Information there of the result. All 5 judges giving that final round to Kistohurry 10-9.